Well, what can I say other than welcome back to Mitch Wayne's world? And let's see here. It's Friday afternoon, Friday evening. My camera's crooked. Don't be crooked. Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And, we're just having a slow one because I'm moving. You can't really see right now, obviously, because it's all in front of me, but it's a bunch of boxes and stuff kind of just laid out everywhere. Just chaos. Everyone loves moving. It's one of my favorite things to do. I think as like a 20-year-old in our current society, you're going to find yourself moving a lot. At least for me. I don't know. Wait a minute. Something's going on here. But yeah, I don't know. I've moved all sorts of times. And I like it. It's exciting. I feel like since I was like 17, 18, I've stepped through like all these different portals in life. I don't know. We'll get there in a second. We'll get to the portals. We'll get there in a second. Sometimes moving's always a bitch. It's never a good time. You never. Well, I don't know. Sometimes it's exciting and fun, but there's a lot of things going on. I feel like so much has happened in my life. I've lived in this current place for 2 years, and in those 2 years I got in a car accident and almost died. I've never really talked about it on here, and I'm sure it'll come up at some point, but now's not the time. But for real, almost died, almost killed somebody too. Thanks be to God that didn't happen. Yeah. Went back to school, finished school, got a promotion at my job, went through a bad breakup, went through some other things, went through some family things. My brother got married. I changed a lot as a human being. I feel like I became, like a man, a big boss. I feel like I became a lot of the things that I wanted to become. And I feel like I found excuse me, goodness gracious. I feel like I found what I really wanted to do with Cumulative and with this, Mitch Wayne's World, all that good stuff. So yeah, it's interesting just looking around and kind of like, I don't know, 2 years is a long time. It's like the longest I've ever lived at a place. I usually move like every year and a half. But 2 years here, almost 2 years. It's like a year and like 10 months. But I don't know. People who have moved around. I mean, I'm moving in the same city. I'm moving like up the street to a new place, but something about my places in Dallas just feel like different level ups to me. I've lived other places, but they don't hold as much of a weird like. I gained all sorts of experience points in this place for sure. But I'm excited, bro. The only problem, here's the thing. Through this place, bro, when I started consistently doing this podcast, I had neighbors that lived above me that were tyrants. Like, they had 4 little kids, and they were running around, and I couldn't sleep. I was trying to finish school. Me and my girl broke up. Shit was crazy. It was terrible. And, like, there was flooding going on in my fucking apartment. There was all sorts of bullshit. And, there's a lot worse problems that you can have in the world. So I just kept my head down, kept doing my thing, living life. And I was like, man, I can't wait to get the fuck up out of here. But I got like 6 months left, so I'm going to just have to thug it out. And there's something about just like whenever you can't sleep and you're just not in a good place and just everything is just so magnified and bothers you. And yeah, now I'm excited there's just everyone that lives here is older than me too, like a fair amount older. And, they have their proclivities, and that's nothing against them. We all get along, but I got to get up on out of here. I like living around people that are my age and, being able to do what I do without feeling like I'm a nuisance or something of the sorts. But, yeah, I don't know. I guess we are going to get all lyrical, spiritual here, because life is, like I said, you step through all that. I feel like I've stepped through so many different, like, portals in life, and, like, I don't know. I feel like when I was like 16, 17, and I started kind of living on my own, doing my own thing, that was definitely like a portal that I stepped through, and I experienced a lot of things and traveled around and all that stuff. Went to school, dropped out, started doing like the creative stuff, making videos and all that, and then kind of floated around, did some nonsense, got it out the mud. And then I feel like COVID was like another portal that like the whole world stepped through, bro. Like the world it became so different after COVID in good and bad ways. And that was definitely a portal for me. Just like I moved back to Dallas around that time. I like got lucky with some crypto. I had more money than a 20-year-old knew what to do with. And I was having fun just driving around the United States of America, living life. And then, like, I stepped through definitely another portal around the time that I moved through here and just went through some things and experienced life in a different lens. And now, I feel like I've been stepping through this other portal the past, like, 6 months. And this is part of it. Look, you're in a portal with me. Don't freak out. Just come out the other side. It's going to be okay. I look crazy, bro. Yeah, this is what I look like on a Friday afternoon, I guess. Good Lord. But I feel like I've been stepping through this other portal, and moving is definitely a part of it. Because, like, I don't know. There's certain things, like, there's not enough natural light in this apartment. If I open this up, it's like all my neighbors are just staring right up in me. I don't like all that. There's a lot more natural light in my next apartment. It's on the top floor, so no one can live above me. I'm going to be the nuisance. Just, you know, all sorts of stuff that, like, it's much better. Much, much better. And, I don't know. Sometimes you just need to change things up, spice them up a little bit. Be living closer to a couple homies, too. That's always nice. Some friendly neighbor vibes. But it's always good to step through portals. Sometimes I'd be making shit up, too, and it's not that necessary. But, I mean, it's kind of fun. It's fun to just think about life in phases and how you grow through each phase. Or at least I like to try to benchmark things. Otherwise, I find myself floating too much, and then time passes in a quick way. And I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't been staying on track. I haven't been whatever. And I feel like once you turn 25, late 20s, if you don't, you should start paying attention to time more and where you spend your time, where you waste your time. It's good to waste a little bit of time here and there. It's good for the soul, but just don't be wasting it too much, you know? I'm not going to have that long of an episode because, again, it is Friday afternoon and there's other things I got to do, like pack all this up. I'm really excited to have the new pod set up. Going to have some people on the podcast finally. Going to do some new things, some exciting things. This place has just been such a... When I, like... Bro, I just think of, like, I spent pretty much 2 entire years just only really, like, the way that this place is set up is just for, like, a dude who's finishing school and working fucking full-time on both. And then getting fucked up whenever I wasn't doing that. And it did very well for that. It did extremely well for that. But next place is going to be more set up for having the homies over, enjoying things, hosting things. A guy who enjoys his life day by day, not someone who's so caught up on the wheel. You know? You heard? You feel me? There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the world. Trump got shot, and I don't really need to have an opinion on that because I feel like everyone else did, but that's crazy, bro. I mean, that is like the response from everyone on all sorts of ends of the political spectrum, from 50 Cent to... really, 50 Cent was just the only reaction I gave a fuck about. That was great. And, yeah... Trump would be the guy to just survive an assassination attempt. You got to give it to him. You got to give it to him. And boy, it's cold as ice. So we'll see where the fuck that goes. That's a rodeo. America is a rodeo, and I'm here for it. What where are you gonna go? To all the people that don't like it here and all that, like, I don't know. I, for one, I'm here for the chaos. It's scary as fuck, but it's also like it's front page. Do you want to be in the mix or not? So it is what it is. Talk about stepping through portals. I mean, I feel like as a society, we're all collectively stepping through a portal right now. So just hold on to your britches and watch, because uh, it's gonna get real, real chaotic. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to talk about. I just kind of felt like I needed to record one more pod here in this old apartment. Um, I have a lot of plans for things that I want to do. I've always had a lot of plans for things that I want to do, and I feel like finally getting this move over and being in this next stage of life, I can do a lot of those things. And most of those things have to do with this making the pod really go, major league out of here. You hear? More shorts, more segments, more things that can get, I don't know, just showcasing what I can do a little bit better. I've only been talking for 11 minutes, but I feel like this might just be a sweet little note. So if you listen to this, if you enjoyed it, let's step through this portal and get freaky. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm not gonna end it like that, but that is kind of how I feel. I appreciate the homies, whoever else has been watching this. I appreciate the people that were a part of this journey for the past 2 years, who a lot of people that were instrumental on each end of that portal, helping me step through it. And I feel like a good portion of y'all are the people that watch this. So I appreciate y'all, and I'm excited for this next step. Next time you see me, hopefully the setup is a little bit better. It won't be fully done by the time I record again, because I'm going to not be ready. But you know what it is. All right. Have a blessed one.
Mitch Wayne's World.